Physicists work with two rule sets: quantum mechanics and general relativity. Mechanics deals with very small, and relativity deals with very large. The theories are not compatible, and attempts are constantly being made to unify the theories, but nobody would demand from any individual physicist a grand unified theory of physics. But that is precisely what we demand from politicos. Instead of allowing ourselves to create different theories for different aspects, social scientists are expected to create a theory of everything right from the start. They are expected to create grand, unified theories of politics. They are expected to create ideologies. This would be a truly remarkable feat, and I contend, one that has never been done before. And I don't think it can be done. I don't think you can create a grand unified theory of politics, and the reason I don't think you can is because of Dunbar's number, 148. The social group for any genus of primate can be fairly accurately estimated by the size of the primate's neocortex. A bigger neocortex, the more social connections that primate species can make on average. For example, chimps can make more social connections than a squirrel monkey. Using a regression analysis, Robin Dunbar calculated that humans should be able to maintain about 148 social connections. This is approximate, don't take it too literally, but 148 is about the number of people that we are able to conceptualize as being people. Anything too much larger than that, and we start seeing them as objects, things in the way. And more casually, 150 is a number seen over and over again in optimal group size. You can look at football teams, you can look at notions of optimal company division size, basic army units, academic discipline size, ancient army divisions. But more telling are the Hutterites, which are a communal religious organization, and they tend to split off into new settlements once a settlement reaches about 150. Because at that number, communal incentives begin to break down. Let me put it this way. 148, which is when communal incentives begin to break down, is when communism starts to fail, and where individual incentives start to take over. Understanding Dunbar's number explains a lot of the pathos for socialism. It explains the Shea romance and all the mystique surrounding the Bolsheviks. These movements are really back to nature movements, back to communal living before the tribe was larger than 148. And it also explains why these movements fail when applied to a larger scale. A tribe of 10,000 cannot be sustained communally. When a tribe reaches a certain size, a market must be created to allow individuals to receive benefit for their work based on the value of their work. Otherwise, they won't work at all, because they don't care about most of the people in their tribe. They're just vague objects. They're not human beings. They cannot be conceptualized as human beings. And this is what I wanted to say. And I believe that any economic left movement is nothing more than an emotional siren call from the ancient, less than 148 people past. And because economic leftism is grounded in primordial emotion and not in fact, it is doomed to either fail or cause nothing but trouble. And this is certainly a bitter pill for die-hard economic leftists to swallow, telling them that their entire ideology is based on emotion and the ass-word Keynesian rationalizations for those emotions. And that's just one example of how the less than 148 human mind often fails to create structures in the greater than 148 world we live in. And any serious politico should recognize the emotions of the small and the rationality of the large.